The following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Today on Relationship Status, we're joined by two special guests. We learn more about mental health, the ladies' attempt to balance the room. Are some people misusing their mental health to offset their bad behavior? Do women hold each other accountable? Whatever happened to just being crazy? Sometimes men lie just to have sex. Do women play a role in toxic masculinity? These are things we discuss today on Relationship Status.
Welcome back to the Relationship Status. It's your girl, Neat Cruz.
CL Butler.
And your boy, Yusef in the building. And we are here today. We have a guest with us today. We have two guests.
Doubling down
today. I don't know what's going on, but we doubling down today. We got two guests. First off, we have from the Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast, we have Lynn. Welcome to the show, Lynn, again.
Hello. Another woman.
I'm here to save Neat. That's why I'm here.
Thank you.
Wow.
This is really why I'm here.
Yes, because I was
For real.
struggling.
I didn't know she was in trouble, see.
Oh, yeah, back me into a corner every
Maybe,
time.
maybe it's women's intuition.
Is that what it is? So,
She was.
But you know, we all know women don't have intuition. They just look through your stuff.
yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So-
Really?
See what I go
And they're like, oh, I got a
See what I go
feeling.
through?
This is why I'm here for you.
Yeah, I got a feeling you are. You've been to Food Lion.
It would have been three of
Sorry,
them.
see.
you went through my glove compartment and sort of received.
Yeah, that's all.
Now my head fell open.
It would have been three of them.
Yeah.
Had I not. I was trying. I mean, it's not completely even out, but I was trying to bring
I need somebody in my corner.
some estrogen.
Oh, God.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
God.
here for you, girl.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well,
Okay.
Our other guest is the host of new show to the Defy Life Podcast Network, The Diagnosis. His name, the host of that show, is Simba Jackson. We want to take a big chance to welcome Simba Jackson to Relationship Status. How you doing, Simba?
Yeah. What's going on, y'all?
How you doing?
Feeling good. How y'all doing?
That's good. Oh, I'm great. Neek,
I'm great.
Hanging in there.
hanging in there. Wow.
Yeah.
Hope you got two hands hanging in there.
I'm hanging.
Hey,
I was good on monkey bars back in the day.
So, Simba, man, I know you've been doing your rounds on the network, and so welcome to probably the best show on the network. Gotta say the best show on the network.
Facts are facts.
Yeah.
Can't argue with facts.
Can't argue with that at all.
Simba.
Facts are
Hey.
facts. I mean,
I can't call it, but
Don't.
all I'm gonna say is that this is the one that I started with, and it's the one that I
Okay.
keep going to.
okay.
Hey,
Good.
keeps you coming back.
Because Yusuf told you to go to that.
No.
No man tells me to do anything.
Okay, we on the same page today. Yeah,
Well,
we here.
I will say this for the Defy Life podcast show. When I talked to Simba about shows to be on, kind of on his promo coming into the network, he says, "Yo, can I be on Relationship Status?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I said, "We got to clear it with CL first."
No.
You don't have to clear it with Nikki.
He did say that though.
You see how I
I
get
got
stuck in
vetted
the
and
corner?
everything.
You see how I get stuck in the corner?
He checked my social security card and make it do it.
Wow.
I had to get my fingerprints.
But now, man, we're excited to have you on the show. So on our show, of course, and on the network. So I guess tell us a little bit about your show.
Simba Roar back in this thing one more time, bro. I'm just gonna tell you like this. This is the diagnosis. Best Man Pod, which is me. When this podcast is about conversations in the community and spotlighting those people in the community who are making an impact on what we're doing. So I have, spoken word artists. I have activists. I have Black comic book writers, creators, business people, businessmen, businesswomen. I have people who are impacting City Hall. I have therapists. We all just come together and have these conversations in these vulnerable moments. And it gives the listener an insight on specifically what we're doing in Oakland, trying to heal each other. And by listening to that, you might want to start doing something that's healing. And then you pass that down to somebody else, and now everybody's healing. So that's why I say we're the best medicine.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good. Now, how long have you been podcasting?
I've been doing it for 1.5 years at this point. I just started releasing them in June. So I have my vault is stacked with interviews.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Stacked with interviews. I don't got to work for a couple months.
Okay. Well, we Simba Roar.
Simba Roar.
Simba Roar. So you just go by Roar, or
I go by Roar. I go by Simba. I go even.
Okay. Do you
It's
know
not what they call you? It's what you answer to.
What you answer to? Correct. So Simba Roar. Okay. Welcome to Relationship Status, sir.
Yeah, we are happy to have you here.
Definitely.
My whole name, Simba Roar, the Ferocious Monarch.
Great day.
Well, you gotta relax.
That's why I'm just giving you the two. Simba Roar, the Ferocious Monarch. That's too much of a mouthful.
Wow.
Simba Roar just rolls off
He
the
really
tongue.
did become the Lion King real fast.
Yeah, you all in, huh?
So, Nick, what is our? We'll go ahead and get into our topic of the day. What are we doing today?
Well, the first topic we have: are you responsible for your partner's mental health?
We'll start with C. C always has good stuff.
I would say you're not solely responsible, but you do play a part in the healing, or even allowing them to know that they have a problem. Because some women, I know,
Some men too,
don't know they have a problem because of what they've been accustomed to.
Mm-hmm. How they were raised.
Yeah. So, and maybe I view mental illness differently because it is a buzzword now. So I'm not always sure. So I'm gonna have a lot of questions about mental illness.
Okay, well, as our resident therapist here, Lynn, mental illness, exactly what in professional terms, what is it called or considered? Or?
Mental illness.
I'm just saying. I mean, like,
but it's
clinically.
Clinically, there's this big book that's full of different types of mental health disorders.
Okay.
Mood disorders are characterized by like actual chemical imbalances in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Mood meaning depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, things of that nature. Those are mood disorders. You also have personality disorders.
Mm-hmm.
You have childhood disorders that include like ADHD, conduct disorder, oppositional defiant disorder. Those are the ones that are more behavioral than they are like a chemical imbalance. Okay. All of them can be influenced by chemicals, environment, physical issues. I mean, it's such an array. That's why we have the big Bible. Spectrum. It's very broad, very broad. Okay. And I heard you mention earlier something like to the effect of made up. That's the thing too.
Yeah, there are some things. They're a lot. I think it's an overused term.
It is. It has been overused, and then certain disorders have been overused and abused. But for those that really do have mental health disorders, I mean, it really is a thing. It's really out there. We just have to be able to know what is what. Know when somebody really has a disorder or just some behavioral issues.
And adults can have behavioral problems also.
Oh
right?
gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Even ones in relationships.
Oh yeah.
Even ones in relationships
with children.
Very much so.
Okay.
So, like, are we responsible for our partner's own mental health?
We gotta let Brother Simba.
Okay, Simba.
I'm not responsible for my partner's mental health. I can help them see. I could be the messenger for them, but I can't help them. I can't make them apply.
Okay.
They have to do that. They have to do the work themselves. I can just show them to like, hey, I don't know nothing. I don't know what is wrong with you, but you keep showing me things that personally I don't like, and it's affecting your life.
Okay.
So maybe you just like, if you coughing too much, like you got that cough for a long time, you might want to go get that checked out.
Get that checked out, right?
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm not responsible for it at all.
Not responsible. Okay, now I do have a question, and we're going to get right back to that. And I'm going to address Sister Lynn and Simba. Maybe Neat, because she knows a little bit. You self.
Damn.
You self kind of like me. You know, we know, but we don't know.
And he's right. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, we know
This
we
is not
don't
my
know.
field.
Whatever happened to crazy? And I know crazy is an ableist term, but whatever happened to that? People aren't crazy anymore? Or is it just
everybody's
all
crazy.
labeled?
I told him that earlier. Everyone has some type of mental issue.
But they don't say crazy anymore. Is it just political? The term is outdated?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And offensive.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so if I say you have mental instability of some sort and give it a title,
Is that better than saying
and maybe
crazy?
say something in Latin that
that's
makes
not
it
gonna
better?
work.
The Latin term for crazy?
Yeah. Does that make it better?
Not. It makes it better for the person
Okay.
that's
'cause
hearing it.
If someone is bipolar, they don't want you to constantly call them crazy.
Okay.
Like it has a name.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they know they have an issue.
They don't always.
Not always.
Not always.
They don't always.
But if they are,
Especially
they
women.
did go get. See, men are bipolar too. Men are bipolar too.
I know that.
And
I do know that.
There is a man somewhere that is bipolar.
Yes.
And a lot of men don't want to accept that they are.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
So-
bipolar disorder is one of those ones that it's hard for the client to accept, period. Because a lot of times they don't, in their manic states, they don't know what they have done.
Well, all they have to do is call Neat. Neat can spot the bipolar.
But isn't it a chemical imbalance?
It's definitely a chemical
Definitely
imbalance.
a chemical
It's
imbalance.
It's a fight between depression and mania.
Oh, wow.
If it's bipolar 1.
Okay.
Bipolar 2 is mainly depression, and I hope I got that right.
I have a question.
Okay.
So my homie is a social worker, a therapist as a social worker, and he talks to homeless people who are addicts and things like that. And he was just telling me, he's like, everybody is, like you said, everybody is on the spectrum of mental health. So, and that goes back to Nick, what me and Nick were saying. It was like, if we want to be real, everybody's crazy. It's just what level of crazy are you?
Okay. But there's manageable crazy, right?
Of course.
But
Usually those are the women.
Yeah. Some women. There are women who are,
Manageably crazy.
Yes.
I mean,
Manageably crazy. It's like, girl, all right.
Well, the spectrum is so wide. Like, I have a mental health disorder. And
Okay.
it's a mental health disorder because it's in the book, characterized as a mental health disorder.
So if they write it in the book, you have
But
a
it's
disorder?
generalized anxiety disorder.
Well, what if I just want to do bad things sometimes? That make me feel good. Like, I know I'm not crazy, and I know I shouldn't be doing it.
But listen though, it's in the book, but the book is very specific. You have to meet a certain number of criteria that's outlined in that book to actually have the diagnosis.
So I'm not even.
You don't just get it.
I don't have a mental illness. I just
because
be doing stuff.
Yeah, you might just be doing stuff.
Okay. I think that's what I got.
Because like if you come to my office and see me and I go to the book and you don't meet the criteria,
I'm not going that far.
He's not laying on your couch.
no.
I mean, unless
okay.
you get a check.
But I'm just saying though, I have people that come to my office to see me all the time and they don't have they can't meet the criteria for a mental health disorder.
Okay.
So, we have environmental codes and, crap for insurance purposes and whatever, but you may do certain things, but it doesn't mean that you have a disorder. If you
so can we call those people crazy?
Well, I mean, you can. You can, but I wouldn't call them crazy to their face.
I wouldn't call them crazy because they have some type of qualifications, but where do they stand? Because they don't fit into this bubble.
So if we can qualify it,
fair.
it means they're just not the C word?
You can change it.
The C word.
But we don't use it. Listen, I can't speak about the C word because we don't use it.
Y'all don't use that term. Okay.
Not at all.
Not even when y'all in this break room like, this is crazy.
Well, yeah, we do.
So
we
crazy.
do then.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I listen. I go to my little work husband next door to me in a minute and be like, that chick crazy as hell.
Wow. Okay.
But she got a diagnosis.
Okay,
if
so you have
I'm
to
calling you
diagnose
crazy as hell, you diagnosed.
Well, Brother Symbol, let me ask you a question.
Yes,
You
sir.
touched on it earlier. Are there crazy women on the East Coast? Are we in the West Coast? And I shouldn't say crazy.
What?
Are there? Okay.
Is water wet, my guy?
Okay. I got it.
Well,
Especially over here. This is Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'm in the land of milk and honey.
Okay.
So it's like you'll meet the most beautiful woman in the world, and she lives and sleeps on a mattress in a living room.
oh,
Okay. I've seen that.
It's like, what do you? But
She's
every
showing the
single day
perception?
she's on Instagram flaunting herself. That's some type of mental illness.
she has a diagnosis.
Well,
It's
okay.
a personality disorder.
How about somebody just being a liar?
It's a
That's
disorder.
That's a disorder?
Yeah.
Living a lie is a disorder.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're lying to yourself for one.
Mm-hmm.
And you're lying to every.
It is in the book.
Lying is a disorder.
Lying is a disorder.
Yeah, some people lie for a living.
It's a part of a disorder.
What? It's called not being honest?
That
a
person
disorder?
that he's talking about, what she's doing, just based on what he
she's
said.
just a liar that takes.
Oh yeah, she's a liar, but I promise you, if she went and sought, or somebody forced her or talked her into talking to somebody, she would get diagnosed with a personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder. To
I was
be
gonna
exact.
ask which
So
one.
just because you're diagnosed, it doesn't necessarily mean something is wrong.
Oh, something's wrong.
But what if you just need to
If
stop
you're
lying?
diagnosed with
Something wrong.
Well, I mean, what if you
No.
just need to stop lying? Like, it's real simple. Stop.
Just
Some
stop
people
lying.
lie.
other stuff
Right,
that
but
contributes
she's-
to the
She's
lying,
not
though.
just lying though. If
Yeah, exactly.
if she's living this whole other life on Instagram, she's not just lying.
It's called not
She's
having
doing
money.
more than lying.
It's called not having money.
She's doing way more than lying.
Okay. 'Cause
I
I
promise.
don't chalk it up to always an illness.
It's not. It's not.
'cause I
And
just-
even as a therapist, I don't. It's
Okay.
not always an illness.
I try to be a straight shooter. I'm like, something
Yeah.
wrong with you.
Yeah, you just need to do
Stop
something different.
lying. Get off Instagram. Go work. Or do whatever you need to do.
Okay, so that right there, CL. So is it her boyfriend? Should he come to her and be like, "Hey, look, I got a plan for this to stop."
Oh,
So is it up to him?
Is he responsible?
Is it his job, or is it his responsibility to help her get over that particular?
okay. Let me state this
no,
first.
I don't think so.
Well,
Go ahead.
the sister or whatever nationality she is, who is doing this, she goes with a lot of people. They just don't go with her.
Right.
That is facts. I was going to say
And you know
like
what?
that girl does not have a
That-
boyfriend.
Nah, she
At
don't
all.
She go with a
Take
lot
her
of
out.
people. Yeah.
That is like one of the criteria for histrionic personality disorder.
There you go.
You think that you are in a relationship with people,
What?
and they love you, and
I have
they
a-
might
I have
not
a
even know
list
your
for you
name.
after this show is over. With address and the name.
They might
I
not even
at
know
least
your
7
name.
That
Yeah,
go with people that they really don't go with.
You're
at
correct.
all.
that's one of the classifications.
Okay, but getting back to you, Seth. Is it? I mean, we tried to get back on topic. We just having a
He just threw your name out there like, let's get back to you. Your mental health.
I was over here minding my business. I didn't know.
Okay, now
Your question.
Back to
Back to your question.
I was reaming it back.
yeah, you're trying to bring us back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got off.
If you find yourself dating someone who may have one of these personality disorders, in you all's professional opinion, where do you start?
Lord help you.
Neat?
You said professional opinion.
If it's a personality disorder, that's difficult. Because there's no cure. There's no pill for a personality disorder.
So you should.
It just kind of is what it is. I mean, if you decide that what they're doing is a deal breaker, then yeah. Like, imagine if you were married to number 45.
Okay.
Your president. Anything about his behavior, would it be a deal breaker for you? The way that he carries himself, the way that...
Yeah.
I would not. So I would just have to...
That would be a deal breaker because you just don't like orange men?
That's one of the problems.
Okay.
But he's a liar.
But his behavior, like...
He has tantrums.
Yes. He is classic narcissistic personality disorder. If I go in there knowing that, and I just can't deal with the lies, I can't deal with him, thinking that he's more than he is, and just all of that personality stuff, then I'm gonna have to be out.
Okay, well, back to regular relationships.
Right. So
women are always surprised. They never know. I didn't know he was like that.
Well, I mean, that's because they give us a different perception at the beginning.
I think you all conjure up different perceptions.
No.
Seeing what you want to see.
I just bought you some food. That don't mean I'm going to take care of you.
A lot of men vocally tell women, oh no, I want to take care of you. Oh no, don't worry about that. I got that for you. Oh no, I want to be able to put you in a position where you don't have to ever want for anything.
That's
because we're trying to have sex.
Yeah, but how we supposed to know that?
Whoa.
I've had men do it.
Brother, someone, could you repeat yourself?
Because we want to have sex with you.
See that?
But I've had men not have sex with me and pay my rent.
Want to have
are not
sex.
Telling the truth. He's
now.
Yeah, I don't know what to call him.
He's
but
not giving it up. It doesn't have nothing to do with me wanting it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, that's a big. Thank you, bro. I'm glad you reeled us in. Yeah, that's not the same thing.
CL was struggling on how to say
it. Like, that's the same. Like you want it,
but yeah.
You want it.
I don't know.
No.
I mean, yeah and no, because I've had men that have said, well, I want to take care of you, or
and
like,
you believed him? I'm just saying, that's unbelievable to me.
Really? Why is that unbelievable to you?
Why would you believe somebody says, I want to take care of you?
Because they want to be taken care of.
Oh, so the woman already agrees with what the guy wants to do, so she's really not agreeing to anything.
Yeah.
She wants somebody to take care of her.
I mean, as women, we all want someone to take care of us.
I thought women didn't need saving, independent
It's
spirits.
not about saving. It's that, like when you're faced with a lot of men that aren't really providers, and you have a man that says, "Oh, I want to take care of you," so you don't have to struggle. You don't have to want for anything, and make it easier for you.
Whoever, your daddy don't even say that. Your mom don't even say that.
How you know? Some people's dad does say that. Some people only go to their dad. Some people's parents.
There's no one person who can take care of all your needs, and women need to learn that early. There's not one person who can take care of all your needs.
Some women have been raised.
Some
women have been raised seeing that their dad does everything.
No, but that's not true. There was no one person who can do everything.
They was given.
Perception and reality are two different things.
But that's their reality because that's all they've seen. So when they get older, that's what they expect from another man. I watched my dad pay all the bills, take care of all of us, take us on vacations, and my mom did not work, but cook, clean, and make sure we made it to school.
That's a championship man right there.
Yeah, but what if you didn't know that he was cheating?
Exactly.
So it doesn't mean just because you didn't know don't mean it wasn't done.
Right.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
I just don't believe there's one person to do all that. So if you tell me that, I'm be like, yeah, I'm out.
Well, it is not one person to do all that because you got to do some of that for yourself.
Well, we're talking about a man promising. I don't even understand why a woman would promise. Why a woman would believe somebody promising you that.
But that's also, a part of the reason.
After how long after you see that he's not that championship man, are you still with that man?
Good question. That's a great question. Neat.
Because you said he promised you all these things.
You gotta be about your. You gotta be a man of your word. You gotta be a man of your word. So off back, if you're not, then that right there, you're a liar.
Well, holla. Simba,
He's asked about the time.
In your favorite movie, she was there for a long time.
A long time.
She did a lot of things that she shouldn't have done.
She really did. Yes. I agree with that.
She paid for him to go to school, finish school.
By the way, we're talking about the movie Acrimony, y'all.
Yeah. Listeners, we're talking about the movie Acrimony. We had a very interesting conversation prior to taping. So,
Oscar the War winner.
But I made that point to say that some women do stay in there the entire time.
But is it because the man deceived her, or is that what she believes? Because let's take the movie for instance. Which was it?
Was it deception, or is it you
and
saw?
I think that's what the point of the movie was,
no,
for you to.
She saw what she wanted to see.
Exactly.
I believe she believed
I don't
in
think
him.
I don't think he changed. He
You
was
can
the
believe
same
in
person.
somebody and they have to go to work.
Yeah, eventually he did go work. He did go get a job.
Yeah.
He
After
did go
20
get
years.
a job.
Yeah.
So what she did was stay and wait for who she created in her mind.
But not only that, remember she built up whatever it was in her head and ended up with this animosity towards him that she built up for herself.
I agree.
That's very true.
So my question is that a mental illness, or you just making bad decisions?
Well,
I think wouldn't it turn into one?
Based on what happened with her, she definitely had mental illness. Yes.
So okay.
Because I believe at the beginning of it, she may have had something because she had an anger problem.
Right. She had something going on because that was some foolishness.
And she said it at the beginning of the movie that she was the quietest of all her sisters, but she had a piece of her father in her that had a bad temper, and that side rarely came out.
Right.
And the sister said it.
The sister said it.
Okay, yeah.
Because this person has seen the movie.
She said it, and the sister said it. Everybody knew, but she never got diagnosed until she was forced to go to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she probably had intermittent explosive disorder. But anyway, I'm listening.
Because I was about to ask you what the clinician in you diagnosed
intermittent
her
explosive
as. But
disorder.
could you give it a label? It just doesn't come down to choices.
See, that's what I think she made decisions.
Because it may affect your choices.
She did make decisions, but she made decisions based on what she created in her head.
See, but I think that when you're talking about mental illness, and to CL's point earlier, when he said that it's thrown around a lot, some people are masking bad decisions by saying mental illness.
Oh, yeah,
it's just,
clearly.
You just make.
So how do we tell the difference?
I don't think people make up mental illness. I think people don't take it as seriously as we should.
No. I'm not saying they make it up. I'm saying it's sometimes masked by others. Be like, oh, something must be wrong with her.
He must be mentally ill when he went in Walmart and shot up everybody.
Yeah, he must be mentally...
No,
he's
not.
He's just an angry dude.
Could he just be hateful?
Yeah, you could just be hateful.
Hell yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that... I'm not saying the person says I'm mentally ill. I think other people can't believe that this person is making these dumb decisions and go, well, something must be wrong. Yeah. Like the dude cheated on her and she gets in her truck and drives into the mobile home. Like
that was
into the camper. Right. That's a decision she consciously made to do.
In anger.
Anger is not a mental illness.
No. So does mental illness start with not controlling your emotions?
Yeah.
Or no such, it has no correlation?
Mental illness has everything to do with not regulating your emotions.
So a kid can have a temper tantrum because he can't control his
that's a part of it. Yes.
But a kid can also listen.
So she had all she did was have a temper tantrum.
A kid can also have a temper tantrum just because every time he does, his mom gives him what he wants.
Yes,
but that's not a mental illness.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's not. But then you also got the kid who can have the temper tantrum because something's going on in his brain chemically, and that's what he's doing.
But what I'm saying is, as an adult, because she made a decision. I get angry all the doggone time.
But she wasn't an adult.
I'm not going to that.
Not when she made that decision. She was a
teenager.
Adult.
She was a teenager.
She was a teenager.
He was in college.
She was in college.
But also, just because you're an adult, you don't grow out of mental health. mental illness.
Well, we haven't proved it was mental.
But listen, if her diagnosis was really intermittent explosive disorder, if you know the definition of each of those words, that's what happens. You explode and you do something completely irrational.
Okay.
So I don't know the definition.
She said, "When I get mad, all I see is red." She told the husband, "You know, I got the devil inside me."
Then at that point, he should have bailed. Like the minute that she ran the truck into the damn trailer, I'd have been
well,
out.
yeah. I mean, because that's like crazy. But
of the many things that's unbelievable in that movie, that's probably one of them. I don't know.
But I mean, it could be crazy, but that has happened. That's
I'm not
real.
saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying it's very rare.
If that's the disorder she had, she did that mostly without thinking about it.
Well, somebody have a question for you.
What's up?
Does bad behavior turn into mental illness?
I don't think so. I think bad behavior can happen outside of mental illness.
Okay, now the reason I ask is the child that throws tantrums, don't they usually continue that, and it may come out in different ways as they get older? It may turn into violence when they're. It honestly depends on the experience of the child. It's not one way or another. Okay.
Like some kids just have tantrums, and then at 2-3 years old, and then by 5 they're done with that.
Right.
Okay.
But some kids who go undiagnosed might continue that into high school. You know, you've seen those angry dudes in high school.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's like don't talk to him because you don't know when he's gonna blow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Those are the ones that never got checked. It's not just he's just angry. It's something wrong with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then you had them kids who just bad. Just like doing bad stuff. That don't necessarily mean they have mental illness.
It doesn't mean that they have mental illness.
Oh, all right.
Well, we're gonna pause. We're gonna pause here. We gotta get go into break. So we'll be back after these words from the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Podcast with Simba, sparking positive change in the community, having real conversations and therapy. You know that laughter's the best remedy. Got that heavy dose of humor for your hearts to heal. With mental health, it can't get any more real. Yeah. Best Medicine Podcast. Laugh, love, learn. Best Medicine Podcast.
Best Med Pod, it's your man Simba Roar back in this thing one more time, bruh. Come get your weekly diagnosis Thursday at midnight, only on the Defy Life Podcast Network. Check us out, though.
And we are back from break.
Yes,
what you just
sir.
heard was a commercial from our guy, our special guest, Simba, and his new show that you can catch starting September 5th on the Defy Life Podcast Network at midnight. So make sure you listen in. So we're going to move a little bit on. We're back from break, so we're going to move on to our next part in this mental illness talk.
Okay. Conversation.
Buzzword nowadays, toxic masculinity. So let's give let's go ahead with I'm going to give you Cambridge Dictionary's definition of it, and it is ideas about the way that men should behave that are seen as harmful. For example, the idea that men should not cry or admit weakness. Simba, when I said this a few seconds ago, you're like, oh yeah. What's your take on toxic masculinity?
Toxic masculinity, depending on what we're talking about, depending on exactly, because some people say that, oh, you know what, anything, they'll just call it toxic because it's such a buzzword now. So it's like, I'm just being who I am, and that's toxic. Nah, that's not real.
Because they don't like it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's toxic. You just don't like it.
Is this one of those social constructs made up by women?
No.
That's what it sounds like.
You think men made it up?
That's why y'all always call us crazy.
Well, I
you
wouldn't
think
say
men made up that we are toxic?
A certain group of us who may not care as much have to give things labels.
I hear that.
And I'm trying to talk my way around it. I can't really say what I really want to say.
Don't say what you want to say.
There's a certain demographic who are very submissive to women.
We call them the lighter hue, right?
You call them
We
what?
call them what?
The lighter hue.
The lighter hue. We're not going to have colorism.
People of the
All of
lighter
us are
hue.
dark today. All the men are dark skinned men today.
The folks of a certain persuasion.
Yeah, yes, they are. They kind of come up with things to combat sometimes men just being men. Because what I don't like in toxic masculinity is when a man cheats and they say a man is just being a man. That has nothing to do with being a man.
Right.
Yeah, like that's a part of being a man.
Yeah, but that's something women gave face to.
Yeah, they.
What? That's
I
what
didn't do
men
any
do.
research on it, so I just made that up.
Saying that that's a man being a man.
That's an excuse. That's just a man being a man.
But that starts at a young age. When we tell
Yeah,
little
but
boys,
it's
that's
old-
just a boy being
it's
a boy.
old women
He's
saying
touching
that.
your butt.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just being a boy.
Yeah, and then when he is touching butts at 22, they want to put him in jail.
Yeah, I agree.
And my point is just to say women have a bigger role in it than men,
I can
or
agree
just
with
as
I can
just
agree
as
too.
big.
that. I can agree
If you
with
see
that.
a little cute little boy, ladies, and you like, oh, how many girlfriends you got?
Oh,
That's putting him in the mind state that I must have a million girls.
Yeah.
And then you hear that, and then he hears that over and
Yeah.
over
And now
over.
we've gave him the perception of that's
Gotta
what he's
have
supposed to
girlfriends.
do.
Yeah.
When
Exactly.
we tell little girls, no, you're supposed to respect yourself and grow up to find, well, not even find
One.
a husband, be a woman that a man can find to marry you.
Yes.
that's good advice.
So, yo, I got a question for you.
I will answer it.
Are the women that are raising us to be toxic men?
Well, I think a lot of responsibility is falling on women as a group and in single groups when there's no man around.
Right.
So they're just giving their version of what they think they know.
Right.
But
Got
you
it.
need a man around. Like, role model is such an important thing because the way your mom takes out the trash and the way your dad takes out the trash are
Two different ways.
That's facts.
So you have to see it. So I commend women for trying, but it's very hard to do. Very hard. And they're just kind of passing it along because I couldn't show my niece how to get dressed. She'll just
Exactly.
She'll just have on stuff like, yeah,
Right.
let's go. Let's go. But a woman will see her and be like, your daddy dressed you, didn't he?
Yeah.
Golly. So it is different, and that's why it's really important for both of us to be there.
Yeah. You got to balance it out.
Well,
Go ahead.
I think that some of it, when we talk about it, you made a point, CL, that from off of Simba's question that women have been thrust
Yes.
into imparting upon young men. They've been thrust into raising a man
That's right.
Right.
when they don't have the tools to do so.
Right.
Not all
I mean,
of the tools.
they have the tools to help.
Yeah, to help, but not to be the main.
Yeah, it's a certain thing a woman can't show you. Something.
Yes, that's what, and I think that's how we have gotten here is because there's a lot of us who have not been around for our kids, so it's caused a cycle of which these kids are now being raised to be toxic by the decisions that are made, and the women mean well. It's not anything that's done on purpose, but it's what you believe should be.
I believe,
Yeah.
especially a lot of single women raise their sons to be their husbands.
Oh man,
Right.
listen,
Oh, yeah.
listen. There's so many young men out there being fathers to their younger siblings
Yep.
and being husbands to their moms
Right.
That's right.
and carrying on those roles when they have no clue how to do it.
No, they
At
don't have
all.
tools at all.
That's why they feel like they can't cry, they can't show emotion, they have to provide for everybody, especially women.
Those are the bad ones.
I mean, no, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but at a young state of mind, you already feel like you have to, like, you can't cry. You
Well-
can't, you fall and you hurt yourself, you can't cry. You have to suck that up.
Well,
Somebody hurts your feelings, you can't express that emotion because you have to be stronger. You have to take care of your mom. You have to be that bigger person.
Right.
Well, when there isn't a dad around, you can't expect a 4-year-old to be strong.
Hey.
And I think it's bigger causes than that, because I have a problem with women telling men or little boys, when you get a woman, you got to take care of her, do everything for her, and be this way.
That's because that's what they want.
Right.
Exactly. So we're all putting stuff on kids
Yeah.
that shouldn't even have. Now, go back to
I
you,
agree.
men crying. I'm really not a fan of men crying,
Why?
and I'll tell you why.
You're not a fan of it?
I'm not a fan of it at all. I personally haven't cried since
You done cried in the shower.
maybe 2
Can
months.
somebody
2 months
reach over and
last
give him a
time I
hug,
cried.
please?
I know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right? Okay, explain.
Just group
Explain.
hug that one.
Explain.
You can, because you deal with emotions. Now, if you're hurting, a woman's only going to allow you to cry so many times. You can't just say I had a bad day at work and come home and cry.
Well, yeah.
And see, and that's the
kinda
adverse
true.
of it.
And I'm okay with
I can't
it.
come. No, you're not. You're not okay with a man coming home every day crying.
Yeah, don't lie about it.
Oh, you'll be okay with it, but you'll be sleeping with somebody down the street.
That nigga came in here crying.
Yeah, again.
With that do-rag
I mean,
on.
not every day, but
Hold
you know.
a second. You're telling me to deal with my emotions and I can cry, but now you're telling me I can't cry every day.
I do.
If you come in the house upset
cry.
and you're crying, I just start crying with you. You're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. What's wrong with you? When you're crying, I'm crying.
So there's a certain level of strength that
Is a certain
a man
level of
is-
strength a man or a young man or adolescent should have.
right. I
And
agree
when they
with
say
that.
don't cry, they're just not giving you the other tools along with it.
Right.
Because I'm not a crier. Now, I'll tell you a story about me, a short story. I was maybe 19 years old, house full of women. And I have a lot of uncles, dad, everybody's around. I was 19 years old. I'm in the house. I'm chilling. I might have been asleep. They woke me up. My aunt gets out of her car. 2 aunts get out of their car, come in the house, say there's a snake outside.
Ooh, child.
They sent a 10-year-old outside with a shovel. Why couldn't we all just stay in the house? It's like, you the man, go kill a snake.
Oh, dang.
I was like, I'm chilling. The snake is outside.
And I'm a kid.
They was like, no, go kill the
I'm a
snake.
kid. Oh, God.
So that's kind of how I was raised. Okay, go kill the snake.
That's toxic.
That's very
yeah.
toxic.
Very.
But I killed the snake. And so now
It's toxic that you had to kill something.
Nah, I like killing things.
So now,
So I
Country
I
man.
hear a diagnosis coming.
I
Come
might
on,
do
man.
diagnosis.
Oh,
Yeah, he
boy.
cried. He likes killing stuff.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah.
That's 2 criteria right there.
So it could be. I need a little balance.
So you're a snake killer.
Yeah. Oh, kill a snake.
I have no
I will
problem.
I will call you.
Yeah, like
Please
but
believe.
I
don't
was
call
raised
me.
like you have to protect and guide and do certain things, and that's directly attached to your manhood.
That's true.
Now, I would say this is toxic, or women may say this is toxic. I didn't fix my own plate as a child. Grandma,
That's
cousins, huh? You said what?
That is fire.
Okay. That's how I was brought up. Like,
Yeah.
but I had to do the other stuff too, so it was an equal trade-off, creating
Exactly.
balance. And what I think with a lot of youth, we don't have balance, especially when it comes to men
Yep.
or young guys, young boys.
Well, I can say I grew up in a household where I had to take out the trash, I had to fix plates, I had to clean,
No, we ain't.
and
I always
I
had
was the
trash.
only girl.
What I mean, that
So they treated you like
Yeah, I had to
that was the feminine role,
yeah, I had to take it. No, I mean like
except for taking that trash.
yeah, I had to take out the trash. I had to.
Okay, that's
But
I
you
was
didn't
looked at
only
it.
take out the trash. They
No.
took out the trash also.
No, they didn't.
Only you took out the trash.
Only I did. And if they didn't feel like it, like they would be asked, but if they didn't feel like it, I still had to do it. I had to make sure.
Oh, they
it was
just
done.
needed a kid.
That's just weird.
They just needed a kid to do it.
I had to wash the dishes. I had to make sure, everybody ate, even cutting grass.
Were you the oldest?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of oldest responsibility.
Ish. But
Ish,
nobody
ish. 'Cause
else
your
had
brothers were younger,
responsibility.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were younger. I'm not saying they
But
didn't
not
have
that much.
responsibility. How much?
Younger. We're all 9 years apart.
How
That's
is that not?
that's
Wait, what?
That's a
If you're
generation.
19 and he's 9 or 10.
Okay, well, I'll say, 9 or 10. Why are you not outside cutting grass?
I mean, I don't know. That's your house.
At that point, you grown. You like 18.
Yeah. 9 or 10, I was on my second job, so I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, really? Okay.
Absolutely.
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 We're grooming now.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to address something you talked about you never fix your own plate.
Yeah.
My dad used to fuss at my mom for doing that for my oldest son as he was growing up. He used to constantly tell her, stop fixing his plate, stop bringing his food. Bringing him, serving him is what he called it. Stop serving him. Okay. And like he was dead serious about that.
Well, let me give you my diagnosis of it. And I'll tell you what happened. Even though I don't know your son or anybody involved in the story, I'll tell you what happened. He was fussing about the plate, but he was really talking about her baby.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. It wasn't about the food.
Exactly.
It wasn't about the food.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that.
Yeah, because I adverse of need. I wasn't the oldest, but I was the tallest, and it was all girls. I had an older brother who was 7-8 years older than me, so he went to school or was in high school or whatever. So it was just me and my girl cousins. I literally have like 9 girl cousins I went to high school with.
Geez.
So everybody thought we were brothers
Siblings.
and sisters.
Yeah.
And my mama and her mother married 2 brothers. So we all have the same last name.
Oh.
So they all just say, that's your brother, that's your sister, that's just...
Yeah. You'd be like,
wild.
yeah, that's my sister.
Down south. So I kind of came like the protector. So I had very little rights, but one was getting your plate fixed.
Right.
That's it. So it wasn't a lot of stuff.
Right.
But no, I had to wash my own clothes, had to do this. You got a dish night, you got this. But certain aspects, certain things about tradition I think we need to keep, and then some of it we need to modify.
Is that one of them? Because that's the thing. Like I have heard people say before.
Well,
you're not going to fix his plate?
I didn't cook. Well,
I can say I was raised like that.
He going to fix mine.
Yeah, I would like for my plate to be fixed every now and then.
There's nothing wrong with that. But it's a trade-off. Now, you have to do 27 things to her
to get that one.
Yeah.
Because I was raised also watching men eat first.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Men eat first. Well,
that's slavery, isn't it?
Yeah, men eat first. Then
What year was this?
About 94, 95.
Oh, wow.
But the older I got, and when I got with my kids' father, he would make my plate. When we would go like have gatherings and stuff, he made my plate.
And that's what I have experienced.
Oh, and what happened?
Huh?
Exactly.
He said what happened.
What happened?
But let me say this.
Now?
Let me say this. It's interesting to have heard.
Okay.
I want to have my plate fixed every now and again.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good to hear that because one didn't know that.
Yes.
One always got her plate fixed for
wow.
her. So we thought that's how it's supposed to go.
Well, what about reciprocity?
Yeah,
The great Lauryn Hill spoke about that.
She
Reciprocity.
did.
Just come on and give it back. Nobody should have
I mean, but there's nothing wrong with that. But what has always happened is
I'm gonna let you be you.
I got a plate.
I
in
know,
front of me.
But at some point, you say, you know what? You fixed my plate last time. I'll do it this time.
And we used to do that too.
That shouldn't have to be a conversation. That's just common courtesy.
And it usually it's coming off of the fact that he cooked. Yeah.
But what does that mean?
Well, he cooked. He's done cooking. The plate started getting made. I don't even know what's happening.
Well, you can come in there and check. Offer. Ain't nothing wrong with a woman
No,
offering.
some people like to stay out of my kitchen while I'm cooking, so I stay out of your way.
I definitely don't do that.
Okay. Definitely don't do that at all.
I definitely don't do that. Come on in the kitchen. I'm good with that.
But
next time, go in the kitchen.
But there are some parts of tradition we should kind of keep and honor.
Yeah.
But is that one of them?
The fixing of the food.
Should it be both?
No,
should it go
vice
both ways?
versa.
Okay.
But I just don't think people nowadays in relationships are too often like they don't care about stuff.
Yeah.
I think you should care about all this stuff because it matters.
It does.
It matters.
Because I really don't like the man that sits there and just waits for you to do it because you're expected to do it.
But if he grabs the broom or taking out the trash and it's like he's doing
mind.
something,
then yeah. But
So-
that ain't usually the ones I've seen that do that. That's not the case.
But as we learned, me and Yusef know
That's
this.
that king of the castle mentality.
I think that's what women like.
I don't mind fixing the plate. I don't mind cooking and fixing the plate as long as you're doing the dishes.
Oh, whoa! I don't do dishes, so
You dirtied up the plates. You dirtied up the pot.
You dirtied up the pot.
Yeah.
That's
Are
on
you
you?
making the bed up in the morning?
Seriously?
Well, you can
Are
do
you-
that if you're the last
Like,
one in the bed. Make the bed up. But I just think in relationships we just don't have enough common courtesy towards the other person.
But then
just consider them.
Is it enough when you got a deal? When you got a
deal? What's the deal? What's the deal?
He cook, I clean.
No, that's not a deal.
That's not
Y'all
a deal?
in this together. He can teach you how to cook, and you teach him how to clean better.
Okay.
Because what y'all are lacking is
like
something together.
Yeah.
Versus having two separate entities.
Okay.
So
I
you
get you on
becoming a
that.
team.
Yeah, and if you've been somebody 20 years and you still don't know how to cook, I'm gonna pull that good brother aside and say, man, stop this, man.
Make her start for a couple
So
days.
what you're saying is we need to keep you away.
We don't have to have a meeting. We don't have to have a meeting.
Yeah, like, man, this ain't right.
We don't have to have a meeting about it.
Yeah, but we have to create some kind of balance. And I think
I thought that was a balance.
No, that's trading off.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a trade
That's
off.
trade off.
Yep.
That's trade off.
Tit for tat. I did it this time. You did it
But
this
see,
time.
balance.
Well, I thought so because if you like to clean and you like to cook, you know what you like to do.
Well, first and foremost, nobody likes to do nothing.
Wait, hold up.
Nobody
I like
likes
doing
to,
dishes.
You can enjoy.
I like washing
I like
dishes.
to clean.
Enjoy.
Oh, okay. Enjoy.
Yeah, but you don't always want to clean every day.
Well,
Like,
no.
They just leave the house dirty. You clean. I
Well,
love
no.
to clean. You don't love to clean. You don't mind, but you don't love
But I
it.
do enjoy it.
But wouldn't you be pleasantly surprised if you came home and all the cleaning was
Yes.
done? You're like, you know
Yes.
what? I can just go take a nap.
That has happened, and yes,
But
it
it
is.
hadn't
It does
happened
feel
enough.
nice.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna be like, he cleaned up the house.
Yeah.
Man, I wanted to do that.
Unless
I hate
You
him.
know what? But,
unless he
but-
cleaned it wrong.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It goes into that, like, okay, he cleans the bathroom, but it wasn't to my
It
liking.
wasn't
It
quite
wasn't
right.
the way
But
it's
now you gotta go in there
supposed
and
to be
re-clean
done.
it.
Yeah, but see,
Just like if I cook and burn the damn food.
but you come in
He
and
put
you
the
don't.
clothes away, but it was the wrong way.
Yeah.
No, but you come in and you say, well, this is how we got to do it better, and that's how you.
And then they come back with, well, at least I did it.
No, no.
Or,
If somebody
or
says something like
I ain't gonna
that,
do it
then-
no more because you correcting me.
No. That's
That's toxic.
not
Yeah,
good at
right,
all.
exactly.
That's not healthy at all.
I got a question.
Exactly.
I got a question for you, Simba.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it possible for a woman, if she's with a man that's toxic, who's exhibiting toxic masculinity, can that man be changed? So to
Absolutely.
speak?
I didn't answer for you, Kimball. I'm sorry. Simba. I'll come up.
Kimber is the other
Kimber,
lion.
that's the Japanese version.
Kimber is the other lion, the white one.
Is
The
it?
white one.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought Kimball Walker was on the.
There's a whole nother
That-
Japanese
no,
lion.
You're right. He's right.
Yeah, I'm talking
He's
about the
right.
basketball player. I'm just
Oh,
talking
okay.
about
Well,
basketball.
yeah.
I'm
We was
sorry.
talking about the lion.
Yes.
Yeah, that is whatever everybody's head. That's
Yeah.
what that's
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole Lion King before the Lion King.
I didn't know that.
But how is that achieved?
How is that achieved?
Yeah, like if he does not,
Simba, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
One, yes, he can change. Like I said, how we're not responsible for it. We could just be the messenger.
Mm-hmm.
When I open your eyes to something, which if she opens my eyes to something, and now I'm saying, oh, I shouldn't be doing these things because it's perceived like this, or this makes her feel like this. And if I keep doing it, I don't necessarily. She doesn't need to be with me anymore.
Yeah.
If you can't do what I'm just asking you to do because it makes me feel good when you do these things, you're not the person for me.
And especially when I'm expressing that.
Yeah, but what if he does not? My thing is, if he's not, because apparently toxic masculinity is something we're nurtured into.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Somewhat.
Something we're nurtured into is something
Definitely.
we're conditioned
Okay.
to, for those that are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if I'm conditioned to that, or if I've been nurtured into that, it's not going to be an easy transition, and it's not going to be an easy conversation, so to speak,
At all.
for the woman to have with the man. It's not going to be an easy conversation. I'm just
Well,
saying.
I'll give you an example, and I refer back to my parents. My mom was raised with a greater sense of family.
Mm-hmm.
Mother, father, my dad, grandma did a lot. But he wasn't raised, like, he left home at 13 and started living on his own. So he was like a wild boy. Like, get the bathroom clean, he just go. He just worked, went to school, did whatever. So when a woman has to kind of nurture a man and almost trick him into being better versus demanding him into being better. It's just like, well, you're a teacher.
Yeah.
Some students don't learn the same way.
Yeah, they don't.
So if that woman is committed to you and the processes you all are going through, she'll find a way, because women, I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
Forgive me, guys.
Go ahead and say it, see.
Women are smarter than men.
Yes, yes.
I was
Where did my
waiting
friend
for
CL
it.
go?
Yeah,
Where did my
they're
boy
more
CL
easily deceived, but women are
Yeah.
smarter than men.
Yes.
And if that woman is really tied into you and wants you to be successful, she will come up with a way. But she doesn't want to babysit you. But if you're willing to change some, I think a woman can get a man to do anything. Women start wars.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're at war right now.
well, yeah. And it's if the woman is for you, I think she'll figure out a way to get it done. It's not all her responsibility, but if you want to be with her, you're going to take into consideration what she's doing.
And how she feels.
And how she feels. And she said, well, listen, this doesn't make sense to me. This makes me feel this way. If you're automatically defensive, maybe you don't trust the woman you're with.
Can I get a better example?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So on the inverse of that, I was dealing with someone who would start yelling when they got upset.
Wow.
It may not have even had to do with me, but when they got upset, it was always a rah, 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 rah. And for me, I shut down, and I know that about myself. I'm not going to talk when you're in a place that you're not talking to me.
Okay.
So in communication, I'm saying, hey, we can have these conversations without you blowing up first, because now the argument that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. It has everything to do with you blowing up. So now I have to calm the beast before I can even have the conversation. Wow. If you turn into the Hulk, I'm just trying to talk to Bruce Banner.
That's right. That's right.
Let me talk to Bruce so we can have an intelligent conversation and stop hulking out every 5 minutes.
Okay. Now, I do have a question about that, because I have a theory. It's not a very good theory, so don't judge me on this theory.
No research done?
I had no research. I just been dealing with this. It's been on my spirit.
Okay.
You know. Like you said, you weren't accustomed to the yelling, right?
Right.
When men try to fight or argue with women the way the woman is used to communicating, does that lead to domestic violence?
Man.
Oh, it's a question. It's a real question. I got it.
Yo, it can lead to domestic violence.
It can, because if you're a yeller and I'm not a yeller, and I'm like, calm down, you chill. And then the man, sometimes when a man can't get a woman's attention, he goes to the next level.
Right.
And if a man, me and another man are arguing with each other, and we yelling,
the next level is
next level is we gotta get into fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Some would say that yelling is violence.
It is.
I think it's on the street.
It's verbal abuse.
Verbal abuse.
Yes.
So if you're yelling at me, you're attacking me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is already a domestic violence case.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Should be.
Unless you're a man, because men are allowed to get yelled at.
No.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Don't let people tell you that, see?
Okay.
No, they're
Don't
not.
let people tell you that we are not allowed to get abused.
Because you'll have
You
women
report
that
her.
will say,
See, report her.
Hey, if you hit me, I will call the cops. I'm not playing
Report her
that.
on a Friday,
you
so she
should.
gotta wait till Monday to get out.
Oh, wow.
you can get out on a Saturday.
But then other women view you as being a punk.
What, if you call the cops?
Yes.
Boy, man, call the cops.
Exactly.
You wouldn't judge a man if your coworker came into work Monday morning. It's just like, I was yelling at Bob and he called the cops on me. You can be like, girl.
Oh, well, yelling.
See? Well, that's
That's a king right there.
That's a
Yelling-
king. Stand up for yourself, king.
No, because
I would call
yelling can
the
go
cops.
into so much, because like women, we hit low below the belt. We'll be
Yep.
like, your mom is this.
Oh, yeah.
You so and so and so.
Yeah,
Well, like we will
it's
hit
gonna be your last low
real.
blow. Guarantee you that.
We're gonna throw some like real low blows when we're screaming
Right.
and
But
yelling
why?
and mad.
That's true.
So that's
we
a form
out
of
to
abuse,
hurt.
right?
Because
We're
they
out to
hurtful
hurt.
and
Yeah,
vindictive.
verbal
But
abuse.
see, that's how we hit you.
But why
Because
do you
we
want to
hit you
hurt
with
me
our
and then come
words.
back and apologize to me?
Well, the same
Right.
reason why
No,
the man
no.
hit the woman and come back and apologize to her.
He didn't have no more control.
The physical abuser.
because
I'm talking about the physical abuser that not the one that hits you because you're yelling.
Mm-hmm.
The one that hits you to control you.
Yeah, because some men hit because they know they're stronger. So some men hit because they know that's how they control you. Women yell because that's how we know
That's
we
how
can
we feel
control
we can
you.
control you.
That's our strength. We know we can use our words to hurt you. Men are physically.
Well, if somebody
Stronger than
did do
us.
this one time and you broke up with them forever, it wouldn't keep happening.
Right.
Would it?
It will happen to the next person. It might not happen to you no more.
Well, I mean, I don't want nothing to happen to you, self, but if it happens to him and don't happen to me, I'm like, alright, cuz you need to get out of the way.
You need to get out of the way, cuz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left. You left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, you gotta be strong.
Yeah.
You gotta stick together. But you think it's almost okay?
No, I don't think it's okay at all. No.
Are you holding women accountable?
Yes.
Lynn?
You can't.
Yes.
So you really tell your girlfriends like, girl, you're wrong.
Yes. If you don't tone and delivery is everything.
Oh,
Nobody
yeah.
can hear you screaming.
Well, that brings us to another point. The
Okay.
great segue. See,
Okay, we segging right into it.
Say,
toxic femininity.
Yeah, it's out here.
Is it out? Does it?
They're
really
worse than
exist?
men.
Now,
What
I'm
is
gonna
it?
tell you what's
It's a plague.
what's the definition?
I've tried to find it.
Can't find
Everything
it.
that he said about
Are
you
men, but
serious?
with women.
Oh, it's the same. It's the adverse of the same
Oh.
thing.
Yes,
It would have to be.
it would have to be.
But then what? But it gives you the criteria, for lack of a better word, of toxic masculinity. What would it be for women?
Toxic femininity is thinking that a man has to give you everything
Wow.
and you not work for anything.
Oh,
I don't know. I can't
wait a
relate.
minute now.
If I meet you at a party, I meet you at walking down the street, and I, invite you on a date and things like that. As a man, you would expect me to pull out all the stops for you to make sure that everything is accounted for and all the things like that. And if I just, offer you a sandwich, he's like, all he did was make sandwiches.
Oh yeah. Or you broke.
True.
You broke.
He broke. I could have $1 million in my bank account. I don't know you, stranger.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right.
I wanted to get to know you, so I invited you to dinner. Here's the dinner. Let's have a conversation and get to know each other.
Yeah,
it's not about how much I spent.
let's enjoy
So,
the biggie bag. Man.
so I have an
For the biggie
example. I have an example
Okay.
of what you're saying toxic femininity is. So I had a girlfriend that had a boyfriend.
Okay. That makes sense.
That right. So far, it makes sense.
Okay.
Who expected boyfriend to give her the money, get her nails done every 2 weeks, give her the money, get her hair done whenever she wanted to get it done, come to her house and fix stuff, come to her house and cut grass, and whatever other manly and money, financial.
Well, she thought she was going with Sia.
Oh,
Talk about it.
Is that what CL does?
We can't disclose that here.
we can neither
Okay.
confirm nor deny those allegations.
Now, mind you, she's my girlfriend, and I'm friends with the guy as well.
Oh wow.
And he's talking to me about what's going on, but I am, and his message was, I'm not her dad. Like, why she want me to do?
I was about to
Your
say, I
dad
agree
shouldn't
with
even
him.
be doing that. I mean,
Right,
you can assist.
exactly,
You can
but-
But
assist
no,
if
like
you
he's
can.
not taking care of her. I
Right,
get it.
and his point was that he was like, she wants this financial stuff from me, but then she'll go blow money on whatever. So he was like,
Well, that
so
comes down to management.
you want me to pay your
No.
water bill, but you just went and splurge money on whatever yesterday.
She wants his money and her money.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, you can fix that with a conversation.
So for me, but what I'm saying is,
You can
I
fix
feel
that
like
with leaving her.
Yeah,
Right.
I would say leave it on me.
Well,
Thing,
and he
because that's what
did.
she's used to.
And he did. He
What you
left.
mean used
He's
to?
gone.
Because, like, okay,
You're only
some
used
women,
to what's happening.
yeah, some women are raised that this is what a man is supposed to do. This is a man taking care of you.
Yes.
And
And then
she-
that man is called your father.
She was a daddy's girl.
Right.
Her
So,
dad
Daddy
passed
probably
away a
gave
long
her-
time ago, but she was a daddy's girl, but I still think that it's also this ideal that came from wherever in this century.
Oh, you mean
that
every movie, every television
right?
show,
this
every
is what men
magazine?
are supposed to do. And I was with him. I was like, nah, bro, you not the nail man and the hair man and the
But
let her blow her money and you. I was like, y'all aren't married. First of all,
That's the reason.
no.
How toxic is that?
No, what I'm saying, when I say y'all aren't married, like,
Well, what does that mean? If you're
if
married,
they
you
were
gotta be
married, they would live in the same house and he would pay the water bill. He would be responsible for the water bill.
He's not responsible for
He's
paying
not
her
responsible
bills.
for her water bill.
Well, first of all, before they even talk bills, he has to manage the situation. He shouldn't run from her, because running from her puts another worse woman out there.
Yeah.
And it weakens him.
Yeah, well, it's what he did.
Well,
but
all you have
left.
to tell her says, these are the 3 things I'm going to do for you. Now, if you can't accept
you-
those things, then you
yeah.
got to move on.
And I can't say that he didn't do that.
Okay. But you
He
don't
may
have to
done
argue
that.
about your
But-
money.
Right.
That's my money.
Right.
Like, I don't care what you tell me.
So I was with him, and I do feel like there was some toxic femininity.
It
Ooh, you
is.
can't say that fast.
No, not at all. I'm not even
I
gonna
was
try.
just curious as to whether it existed for real, because when you do stuff and you research or whatever, and even in the research I had done, it was like it was like 3 articles. And does toxic femininity actually exist?
Yes, it
Oh, women
does, and
control
it
the
should
internet
be
also.
out there.
Yes,
Right,
and
right.
and every single
yeah.
article said no. And
No?
guess
That's a
who it was
lie.
written by those?
A woman.
Women.
A woman.
That's a lie.
It's written by
It
CL.
does- It definitely
But
exists.
getting back to what you said about getting her nails and hair done. Now, I have had men, even men that have came to me and said, if a man can't do those little things for you, then he
Then
doesn't
you don't
need to
need
be
him. Right.
with
Hold on a
you
second. Hold on a second.
because
That's
he
true.
should
What
be
is
making
wild?
you.
Simba,
Let me
what is
finish.
that man trying to get? Hold on 1 second. What is that man trying to get?
Vagina.
But no, I mean, and then I'm just saying, this is just as a friend saying this to me. This is what you need to be looking out
he's
for when it
scheming
comes
too.
to a man.
He's scheming too.
Oh my
Both of-
god!
I don't know why women think men just want to
Everybody
be a
is
friend.
trying to have sex with you.
Really, somebody? Everybody?
No, I'm talking shit. I have tons of platonic female
Who wants
friends
to be
that I would
platonic?
I
never
bet you do, because
Yeah. Okay, I don't.
y'all are a generation of female friends.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
I was my mother passed when I was in 3rd grade, and so the mothers of the school always, took me under their wing because I was raised by my grandmother. So my grandmother and them had good relationships. So I was always at the little girl parties and stuff like that when I was a kid. I had to, be at the princess parties and all the stuff like that.
As a prince?
So I was always around them. So I never, sexualized them. So as we grew up, it was like I know the difference between people that I'm physically attracted to and then my actual friends.
Your home
So
girl.
you have homegirls you just hang out with,
Tons.
See,
I used to be the
yes,
homie
we
dude.
can be friends.
Hold
that-
on.
Thank you.
And that was kind of toxic for me because it's like I got like 8 or 9 women and I'm protecting all of them for the night.
Okay, let me ask you a
We'll
question.
go out to parties and whatnot, and I'm the only man. So when anything happens, I gotta be the security.
Okay, now how? Okay, so you have a girlfriend.
Okay,
How cool is she with all this? Is she okay with all this?
it depends on the woman and it depends on my relationship with her. I
saying
mean, for
girlfriend,
me,
y'all
I'm very
tight,
open
y'all-
with everything I'm about, and I tell women that I meet, I'm like, I have millions of women friends. So before we even start dating, they already know.
Okay, just because you start away with a woman doesn't mean that's where it's gonna go.
Yeah, because some women try to change that.
I'm very
they're all
intentional.
gonna
So
change
if you don't like what my life is like, then you're not gonna be in my life.
So she couldn't tell you can't hang out with these 3 girls.
Oh no, you can't tell me nothing.
Oh wow.
See, I told you.
He told me that.
You
earlier.
can't tell me nothing. You gotta you can't tell me nothing.
What are
You
you
can
gonna
you
do?
can tell me what you don't like.
If he's in a relationship, she doesn't get to come in and tell him, no, you can't be friends with these females because I'm uncomfortable and it affects my insecurities. No.
I've known these girls since I was 5 years old.
Right.
I've just
That
met
is
you,
not
lady.
okay. Right.
New women don't
Because
care.
she's
New
insecure
women
about
don't care
Well,
about
you're right
that.
about that, though. There
They
are
don't
women
care about
that, and
that.
they will try, but Simba gonna shut them down. So
And you
Exactly.
leave.
So if I'm with somebody, it's because she understands me and understands who I am,
So
and
it's the same
that's
thing.
a part of me.
Is it the same thing for her with guys?
For me, yes, totally.
if she was friends with him since she was 5,
Hold on a second. Man, listen. I used to use the bathroom in my clothes when I was 2. Let's stop. Like some stuff you gotta stop. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but in my life,
But see, that doesn't work for you.
But
No,
that
it don't
works
work
for
for me.
him.
But why
it
would
works
you
for him.
stop being friends with someone just because somebody came
I
into
just
your
don't
life
have
for
them.
an
It just
hour?
never works for me. I just don't have them.
Maybe you wasn't a good friend. See,
Yeah, maybe. Maybe, because I'm a man.
So does it not work for you because of you or because of relationship?
Well, this is something I had to struggle with my whole life. We end up attracted to each other in some way.
Oh my god!
Nah, my male friends.
Really?
Nah.
Really?
Man, they be on it. I be like, nah, you like chill.
So they never are just your friend.
I can never just have a woman my friend and we just
No, they want to CL, man.
You're so fine.
Okay.
Your mama can't listen to this episode.
Okay, nah, she can't listen to that. We just slow in on this. Nah, I'm just saying. I don't know.
CL mean come love me.
Okay.
Right. Because he's so fine. Okay.
It's never worked out.
So
for
me and
that
Nick
way.
can't be your friend?
So see,
Y'all better watch out, lady.
we are friends by proxy.
Soon.
By proxy.
By
okay.
proxy or proximity, because I know this man.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And if I didn't know this gentleman, I wouldn't know either of you.
That's true.
But we wouldn't just be randomly hanging out. No.
Okay. But that is your situation.
You can't
clearly
be hanging out, and the next thing I know, something happened. They be like, "Well, you did. I didn't. I'm a victim."
So you were just staying safe.
I tried.
I'm a
So you
victim.
saying
I didn't mean to put my tongue in your throat.
No,
Oh my God.
Right, Simba. So you just keep yourself safe by not having, but you can't say that
I
doesn't
can't
work
say I'm
for
not
everybody.
friendly with women, and
Right.
I speak. Well, we're
Clearly,
not.
but you're not going to be hanging out.
We're not going to no movies. We're not hanging out. I'm not coming to your house.
But you can't
watching
say
her.
that doesn't work for other people, though.
I just find it unbelievable. I'm not saying it
I
don't
mean, it's
work.
happened many
I just-
times.
Oh,
For
no,
me,
but
where we
it's
can
not
be-
unbelievable.
Yusuf ain't
It's
never
not
told you about all
unbelievable.
his women, female friends.
Listen,
Oh, he does?
Yes. CL has
Listen, hold
CL
on a
has
second.
addressed that
Hold
with
on a
me.
second.
Lots of them.
Hold on a second. And I have advised him, and he has not always listened to my advice. If a woman is hanging around you for no reason at all, no, brother, you got to go.
Yeah.
Everybody in my life serves purpose.
Right.
But I mean, that's what I mean. If somebody in your life serves you some type of purpose, why would you get rid of them just because you're in a relationship?
Because they serve them any purpose. Those women don't serve them any purpose.
But
See,
when you in
the
that-
women in my life serve me purpose.
Okay.
They all
Okay.
feed me in different ways.
And when you're in the relationship, then that your woman, your girl, should know those women.
Exactly. Yes,
So you have to
I
introduce
agree.
your girlfriends to all those women?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're supposed
Not
to.
all of them.
Yes.
At some point, well, no. But Simba, if y'all are hanging tough like that, at some point she gonna meet him.
Exactly, but you said
if
have to.
When
If it
that
happens, yeah.
it's not
I
an
don't-
intentional.
It's not like I'm not gonna line
you're not
them all
gonna
up.
call
Oh,
a
you
group
don't?
meeting.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
what if she asked you to do that? Who are these 8 important women in your life? I want to meet all of them.
I
Then
am like
you're-
that. Because
then you
I mean,
arrange it.
and I don't.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I don't
I'm
do
not
it
your
because
fan.
I'm insecure.
Because
I,
now you
I do it
dictating
because
my
I want to know who
friendships.
he is.
Yeah.
What'd you say,
Dictating your
something?
friendships.
You're dictating my friendships. I want to know who they are. I got to make sure.
Well, no,
they
not
are
like that.
Okay,
No.
What'd you say, honey?
No, because I am like that. I do want to meet these women, but I don't want to meet these women because I want to see if I don't like them or not.
Well, who are you? You want to meet everybody?
No. If we're
I just
close,
met you.
No, not just meeting. I mean, we're close. We've been
What?
kicking it. We're in a
Okay.
relationship. We
3
have the
months?
next step.
Yeah, we're in a
We're
relationship.
in a
3
relationship.
years, 5 years?
I don't
CL always wants
I
time.
could say
90
I need
days.
time.
Need
Because I
time.
have different rules for different times.
90 days.
That's
I
real.
could say after a year.
Okay.
A year? Who are you? Man, if you don't get out my face.
That's not long enough.
No, a year. A lot can
Well,
happen
have
in
you
a
met
year.
the parents after a year?
Listen.
The
For
parents
him,
more
no.
important than the
For him,
friends.
no.
Listen.
He's
I don't.
funny.
I'm not. We're not talking about parents. We're talking about friends.
But if these are women that you go out with, I want to meet these women because
Because
it's a part
why?
of, let me finish. It's a part of me getting to know you.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it
Knowing
is.
me is knowing me.
It's like even knowing your
That's
male
facts.
friends.
Yeah.
These are women that are a part of your life. Like these males will be a part of your life. This is a part of me knowing a part of you.
So you want to meet all of my dude friends too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Well, and I was told you got to meet my friends.
Well, let me say this. Here's what I want to say.
Okay, let's
about
see.
that. If in fact there is something, let's say there's a birthday party or there's an event that we're going to or whatever, and you happen to meet
And it works. yeah.
friends there, then that's fine. If it's something that happens, hey, this is my friend such and such, this
Right.
is my girlfriend, blah blah blah. I'm not having a meeting of the minds where you tell me, hey, I should meet her. No, we're not going over here.
I'm not gonna
We're not
have
going
a-
to go. I'm not going to have a powwow that says,
No.
okay, today on Monday we're going to go meet
Right.
this person. On Tuesday we're going to go meet.
Not
we
like
would
that.
have events.
Okay, well, like what? How?
But
Like-
you did it. You
And
do
then
that
not
for
only
your
that,
male
But
friends.
then not
I
only
don't
that,
do that with my male friends.
No,
So
but
we
I'm
don't.
talking about
Never
people
met
you
each other.
actually hang out with every day. If it's a female friend that doesn't live here or you don't get to see often, I'm not looking to have a meeting just for her.
So can I
No.
go to Charlotte and hang out with her, and you're at home chilling?
And I don't
No.
know her.
No,
Why
you don't
not?
know her. I just told you all about her. She's been with me
That's
since fifth
probably
grade.
been happening before me.
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you to answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go to a neighboring city, 2-3 hours away?
Yeah.
You're my girlfriend at home.
Yeah.
And I'm hanging out with a woman you don't know.
Yeah.
And you're cool with that because it's my friend.
Yeah.
You're going to get cheated on.
But I mean, that's your friend, though. But I can't tell you no.
Being friends that week.
But no, when you get in a relationship, you got to then, like you say, some stuff you got to scale down.
There's no going
out of town.
But if you're going out of town too, and that's why I say if this is something you've been doing, hey, y'all go to concerts and stuff like that. That's fine because that's your friend. But if that's not your friend and you're constantly doing that, that's gonna come out eventually. It's
you
not
can't
for me
call.
to stop
You can't call a girl your friend if y'all.
But I mean, I don't know that you are because if you're telling me this,
I'm talking to CL.
Oh no, I don't.
CL has a rule on
if
it.
that's your friend, y'all not gonna do nothing.
No.
But if y'all are just friends and everybody is aware that y'all friends and it's not just y'all, you're not just going to Charlotte just to
I said
sleep
just
with
to.
her.
No, don't change the narrative. You're going just to hang out with her.
Yeah, you can just go out to hang with her, but it's not like y'all are sleeping in the same bed.
I fell asleep at her house. I didn't make
that's
it back
fine.
to
You
the
can be sleeping
hotel.
on a chair.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I feel like
you can sleep on a chair. It doesn't. It like you have to have that security.
It matters to
no,
me,
I think
brother.
and I'm with you.
It matters to me.
Once you get in a relationship, there's a line. There's
You
a
have to
line.
draw.
You got to draw a line.
And I don't want a woman
they can
telling
still
me the
be
lines
your
I have to
friends.
draw. I need to go ahead and make a decision.
They can still be your friends, but you got to draw a line.
Yeah. Oh, you can be our friend, but you can't be my friend.
But
Exactly.
listen, I have two male
And there are
friends.
no new friends.
Yeah.
I have two male friends.
There are no new friends.
I do agree with that. No new friends. I do.
Y'all got to make the rules.
I don't have that new friend
That's
rule
so many
because you
rules.
meet people every single day.
That's my because my thing is the only way. Like a lot of times,
opposite sex.
Opposite sex.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I will say this: like a lot of my friends, female friends, are people that I have dealt with. It just is.
Hey, brother, it's
hold
not
on.
time for the truth. It's not that symbol on the line.
No, listen. I'm not saying nothing nobody knows.
Oh,
but
just don't even say it.
He's throwing himself under the bus.
We don't want that much truth in the room.
We done already been down the road.
This ain't nothing, whatever. But I do believe that the only way that you can, 9 times out of 10, friendships start. It don't start like we at Starbucks just chilling. Hey, nice to meet you, friend. And now we're friends.
I can't relate.
Now we're friends. Now work stuff happens. If you have a work friend, things happen at work and you became friends. That's different. But just a random person you just met somewhere and now all of a sudden this person is your friend of the opposite sex. No, I don't agree with those.
That happens to me all the time.
That happens to me all the time too. But I'm an outgoing person.
I don't go out.
I might go to the same event like 3 or 4 times.
No, but Simba, that's different. But Simba, your situation is different because you throw events and you go to spoken word events and stuff like that. So there's people within your realm that you will meet. So
right.
I almost call that a professional thing because that's what you do. That's almost like a workplace friendship because this is something that you enjoy to do and go out.
But you can't just be at McDonald's standing in line.
I'm standing in line at McDonald's and the person next to me. Those things happen off of an attraction, and so now whatever happened didn't work out. So now you end up in the friend zone, and then those friendships happen. So that's why I have that
But then what's your philosophy on the old friends? Now, you came with a lot of friends. Yeah. I've met some of them. Not all of them.
Yeah.
But in Simba's case, like there's 8 or 9 that you hang out with, right? So he actively hangs out with them. If that was your deal.
I don't actively.
No. And I just say if.
Okay.
If that was your deal, that you actively hung out with them, then do you think that at some point your girl's supposed to know those people?
Now, first off, if my mama had a penis, she'd be my daddy. So that's the first thing I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Now, number 2.
Way to sidestep that. I love the juke move on that.
No, that's to the word if.
Oh my god.
That's a play on the word if.
Oh, Simba, I told him not
now, knowing me, we can't go with ifs because I don't hang out like that. We can't go with ifs.
No, but just
you're saying if. You're saying if.
So do you agree with the?
I agree with what I agree with what I said, and what I said was.
I am so nervous right now.
There's nothing to be nervous
Oh
about.
man, he's on the ropes. He's on the ropes swinging.
If in fact we go to an event,
Don't do it.
shut up.
Relationship status. Boy.
He don't ever get it. Like, don't do it. Bring it in. Bring it
If in
in.
fact we go to an event and said friends or whoever you have heard about are there, at that point, that's where you will meet. But I do not go and hang out with people. Me and C probably just go to do events and stuff with basketball.
No women there for me.
They won't bring me. They won't bring me.
I don't even talk to women refs.
So,
They will not bring me.
Zero women, no
and that's
moms or anything.
basketball
Nobody.
stuff.
I get so mad at
And
them,
then
and they don't bring me.
From knowing, and you know me at my house, the gym, work. That's it. I don't do much of nothing else. So there's no time. I don't go to just hang out with people. So if in fact there was something to hang out with, like last night when we went to the event to Josh's house. All right, like there was a bunch of people that you met that night that you didn't know before that night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it just so happens that we went to an event.
Right.
So what does
So what does
All that.
what does Simba? Right. My thing is,
I'm
well, then maybe I
confused.
should ask Simba.
Yeah, ask
Simba,
Simba,
what do
because-
you do?
Please.
Like
Please.
what? Yeah, never
Let's
mind.
get it simple. Yeah.
Ask Simba, 'cause
Let's ask the person that actually has the situation instead of doing ifs. I
Okay.
already know what CL would do.
Okay.
So Simba, for you, how do you deal with that? You actively hang out with these people. You got a girlfriend. She doesn't know them. So then what do you do with that? How do you maneuver with her? How does she feel comfortable with this?
It has to do with communication.
Mm-hmm.
So all that, those feelings of insecurity won't even be there because she's so validated in our relationship.
Yep.
Right.
So
Okay.
I know, so she knows that if I'm going out and I'm out all night, I'm not doing anything.
Does she really? know
Like
that?
I've had girlfriends who were, and then went and hung out with other women that were my friends, slept in the same bed, never did anything with him, and still came home and loved my woman. Like it wasn't. I can control my penis, and just because my friend might want to have sex with me doesn't mean that I'm going to have sex with her.
Right. Okay.
So it's about it's who you're with. Because I have two male friends, and we've been friends since high school.
she's not talking about me and CL either.
No,
Yeah.
high school. These are the godparents of my kids.
Okay.
And anytime they're in a relationship, I know it's different having me as their friend because I'm a female. So they automatically like, who is she? Why is she around? Why is she calling you, at this time of hour? I might call them at 12 o'clock if I really, really need them. And I will even go as far as speaking to them, talking to them, being friends with them. Because I want them to feel comfortable with me. Like, I'm not just his friend. If you're going to be in his life, I'm your friend too.
But y'all not really friends because if they break up today, you're not gonna still kick it with
I
them.
still talk to my brothers
Thank
as
you.
girlfriends. Both
Thank
of them.
You not loyal.
Both
Thank
of
you.
them.
Thank
Now,
you.
I don't
I appreciate
discuss
you
my
saying
brothers
that.
now. You're not going to talk down about my brother, and we're not going to discuss my brother. But outside of that, like, we do have a friendship. Especially me and one of them. Yeah, we're real cool. I like her.
Yeah, y'all don't need to be friends. But
Hey,
No.
she's cool. I like her.
No.
but my I'll go as far as you saying you need to meet them. Like I'll be on the phone with them and I'll just be on speaker. And then the way my friends are set up, they love everybody that I'm with. So it's like, hey girl, what's going on? They chopping it up or whatever like that. So now we at the moment just all having a conversation.
Right.
So it breeds that familiarity. So when I'm talking about them, it's not just this stranger girl. It's this girl that I actually had a good interaction with.
Right.
And like I said, none of my homegirls want to have sex with me, and vice versa. So it makes it easy
Yeah.
Okay.
because now if my girl is tripping, that I'm like, you talking about her? I would rather leave you than leave her. I would rather leave you than leave my friend.
Well, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
you have never. This issue has never came up with any girlfriend regarding your friends.
Of course it is. I've been with. I can't say crazy. Damn it.
No.
Unstable women before, and it has come. But
that means they're unstable.
That was in my earlier years.
Okay.
These past couple years, I've been good because I haven't been trying to be shady. I'm like, yo, I'm an open book. When I tell you, it's like I tell you everything that's going on with me. Like I said, if you can handle my life, then we can be together. If you can't handle my life, then I'm not the man for you. So leave.
Oh.
Don't stay with me just because you love me. Don't stay with me just because you like me, and I make you feel good. Leave. Go be happy with somebody else because I'm gonna keep living the life that I'm living.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you live in Zamunda or?
I mean,
I agree with you.
I got face on my money. I got my face on my money.
I agree.
I don't know what
That boy got his own money.
I don't know.
Because my brother's the same way. He speaks to me. I don't know if he speaks to me on speakerphone, but he speaks to me around, well, at the time, around his current girlfriend.
Right.
And, like, so that's how me and her became so close. Because the conversation.
So close.
Yeah, like we like she would call me herself.
Man, I ain't have no friend that's close with my girlfriend.
But because like he was so comfortable with talking to me around her, and she would like, you know, jumping on the conversations. We'll all three be having a conversation. That's how me and her became cool.
Yeah,
it's not always like that, but you know,
that's definitely helpful. That girlfriend that you go outside to talk to.
Okay, but at some point, your mate is gonna get tired of this.
If that's who he is, he's not gonna get tired.
Women aren't cool with anything forever. Women are the number one people to sign up for something and then trade off. Like, no, I don't do that.
Well, I'm a female friend, so I understand. I always know. I'm a female friend.
That was 2018. We don't do that now.
Nope, I'm a female friend, so you have to show me it's other than what it is.
Yeah.
Now if she's sitting there.
Well, any woman in my life will not have to worry about that because they will not.
Well, that's good. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, but then that's when you have to decide. It's like, okay, so you don't like my friends. Cool. They're going to still be my friends. So what do you want to do?
Oh, I'm not posing any question like that, but good luck with that one, brother.
You scared of the answer.
I have to say, still.
I always say if it comes down to my sanity and you, I'm going to pick my sanity every time.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to have to pick.
Right, and so but you already picked your sanity.
Yeah, I've already picked.
You picked your sanity.
I picked when
already.
I was 20.
Yeah, right. You decided this. I can't do this.
Yeah,
and I like that.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
great.
Like now, some stuff we already know coming into situations are going to be tough for other people.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But it's not going to be. It's not for other people. It's for you. What can you deal with?
Right.
You know you.
Yep. Right.
Me?
Yeah, you know how you are. So you can't dictate your life based off how somebody else is going to
Let me tell you something. This is a hypothetical, somewhat true, somewhat untrue. Because I'm in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Okay? But once a man has a threshold of saying no, and if somebody you're fairly attracted to comes onto you, like, not me personally, because I have a way higher threshold, but some men number is 3. I told her no 3 times. She said 4.
Okay.
I got to do it.
That goes back to that decision that you decided to run that truck, that Jeep into the Jeep.
Yeah. So I know. I'm not going to have the truck that close to the Jeep. I'm going to have the hurricane straps on the trailer. I'm not going there. It just does not work.
I'm just not going.
And I hope it works for somebody, but me.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it don't work. Yeah.
No, but I do.
We got to value our bodies more as men.
Oh yeah!
I'm just giving it to everybody. The demons just want our souls. We can't give our souls to these demons.
Penis has no street value at all.
Nuts.
They're driving the price of it down.
It's just driving the market down.
Yeah, it's just out here.
I even have like an associate that doesn't get too close to me. We don't talk like that. We don't see we see each other out. We speak or we'll have a drink real quickly together or something like that. But he says he does not trust himself around me. So therefore, he knows he cannot be the friend that he needs to be to me.
So his beauty has overwhelmed him. Your beauty has overwhelmed him.
I guess so.
Do you know what he wants to do?
I
do. Yeah, he has told me many times.
Okay.
So therefore, he says he knows the type of man he is, and he's not going to be able to be that when he knows. Like,
now you have to honor that type of dude because he could just destroy your life, but he's just stalling you out. Yeah. He's like, you know what? I won't even destroy your life.
No, it was just as friends. We're just friends, and
but he doesn't want to be your friend. He wants to have sex with you.
I don't know why
and he knows that if he has sex with you, he's going to destroy your life. So he stays away from you.
Yeah.
And as we know from earlier episode,
I have that so often. I'm just never going to speak to you because if I will destroy you.
Oh, did it?
Run. Please run.
Well, it's come to an end. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you for our guests.
Yes.
Go ahead and I will start with Lynn first.
Thank you for being here.
We appreciate you every time you come on.
Thank you so much.
Especially me.
As well as December.
Yeah, we're gonna get December.
Okay.
Just tell the people how they can follow you and.
All right. Y'all look for Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast on Facebook. It's exactly that. Anything, Everything, and Nothing. On Instagram, you can follow us at LennonKim.aen. Man, I'm knowing this stuff now. Also, email us at aen@godefylife.com.
All right.
And listen to us on every Tuesday.
Okay, there you go. Good job. My man Simba, whose show comes out on September 5th. Go ahead and give the people how they can follow you and how to listen.
Oh man, it's Simba. We're back in this thing one more time, Brad. I love y'all, man. I love this show. I'm glad to be on it. But follow me on Instagram, BestMedPod, BestMedPod. I'm also a photographer, Simba Jackson, SIMBA_JAXN, and I do my photography business is called Simba's Candy Captures, where I go out to different events and I don't like taking pictures of people posing. I catch them in their vulnerable moments, and I can just see something great every single time I take that picture. And follow me at The Diagnosis, Best Man Pod, starting September 5th, man, Thursday at midnight. I'm on everything. Just Google Best Man Pod and I'm pop up. Appreciate y'all.
No doubt.
You.
Neat.
You can catch me on all social media as Neat Cruz on Twitter, IG, and Facebook. And of course, CL doesn't have any type of social media.
I might crank up my Black Planet page.
I did. Last weekend, I created another Black Planet page.
It's still there?
It's still there.
Is it?
Wow. Yep.
Are people on that?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I catfished the girl on Black Planet years ago when I was 11, but that's for a different episode.
Wow,
Right.
That is for a different episode. Well, once again, we want to thank you for listening to the show. Remember to catch us on GoDefyLife.com, iTunes, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and anywhere podcasts are played. If you would like to leave a comment or a Dear Neek, email us at rsp@GoDefyLife.com or hit us up on our hotline, 843-310-8637. That's 843-310-8637. Don't forget to leave a message if as soon as the answer machine picks up. And follow us on all social media platforms at RELSTAT Podcast. That's RELSTAT Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and 5-star rate. Also, make sure to give us a review. Everybody else gave their social media, so I'll give mine. Make sure to follow me on IG at Coach_E17, Facebook at Yoshi English, and Twitter at Coach E17_1724. As always, man, we want you guys to have a great week, and we'll see you next week. We are out. Appreciate you, Simba.
Bye, Simba.
Love.
Bye.
Can I take you out? Can I Are you starving for comics? Do you covet the classics or the newest copies of our favorite comics? Ooh, that All-Star Superman, Watchmen, and Remember the Sandman? Heroes and Dragons can remedy that. They've been around for more than 30 years with the homegrown family atmosphere. Who's doing it like that? Marvel, DC, collectibles, toys, it doesn't matter. They have what you want. Go see them. Ask for York. Heroes and Dragons, located at 1807 Bush River Road, Columbia, South Carolina. Tell them Defy Life sent you.